Happy Valentine's Day. Well, I'm going to be really honest with you. I waited as usual until the very last minute to decide that I wanted to make something for my colleagues at work and give it to them today for Valentine's Day. Just a fun little, treat type thing. And so, yeah, last minute. So I'm, of course, making this the night before Valentine's and sharing it with you on Valentine's Day. So if you're anything like me and you're a last minute maker, hopefully this will be helpful to you. Even if you don't have time to do something like this today, it might give you some ideas for quick little, gifts or little, treats and things that you might give to someone for maybe another holiday or another occasion. So, of course, it has to start off with the good stuff. So I did get a bunch of candies that I'm going to fill these goodies with. So we'll set those aside. And then the other things that I pulled were the new Love Notes stamp set from Tim Holtz and Stampers Anonymous. I pulled the pillow box from the Vault Tim Holtz Sizzix release, and this is 666568. And it's called Vault Pillow Box and Bag because you also get the bag in it. And then I pulled this, and I didn't look to see what this was. I think this one's called Woven. It's the 3D texture fade, and it looks like burlap. So I pulled that one. I've had this idea in mind. I didn't just think of this idea. I have had it in mind actually since this a stamp set was before it was released, even when I knew it was on the way and I was planning what I was going to make. I've had this plan since then, but have I done it? No, I haven't, because I'm a procrastinator. All right, what else did I get? I pulled some oxides. Now, oxides are never my go-to. I don't know why, but I just rarely use my oxides. And so I wanted to pull them and use these this time. So I pulled several different types of pinks, worn lipstick, Kitsch Flamingo, and saltwater taffy, which is kind of that peachy pink. And then to go with the worn lipstick, I have Lumberjack Plaid. With the Kitsch Flamingo, I grabbed Festive berries, and saltwater taffy, I went with abandoned coral. And then just in case for, something else, or maybe for some of the words, I grabbed scorched timber and gathered twigs as some brown to pull in, since I have chocolates and things that I'm going to be putting in these. And last but not least, I don't have them out here, but I will probably using some archival ink when I run them through the pillow boxes through the texture fade. And I will also probably, my favorite paper, the Distress Mixed Media Heavy Stock. It's by far my favorite paper. And so I will be using this, and I'll probably be spraying it with a little maybe antique linen or spun sugar or, something like that for a base. And then I'll be stamping over with the Oxide. So I'm inviting you to come along with me on this last minute Valentine treat make. So let's get making. I'm going to begin by coloring my pieces of Distress Mixed Media Heavy Stock. So I have them cut in half. So it's 8.5 by 5.5. And I'm going to spray them with some water because I just want to get some color on there. And I don't want it really heavy. And so I have my Frayed burlap. I kind of changed my mind. We're going to see how this goes. I may do some in Frayed burlap and some in the antique linen. But I figured since I was doing the woven texture fade to make it look like burlap, that, kind of adding some Frayed burlap color might be the way to go. So I just want to get some color on there, and I'm not trying to get it completely even. That looks really good to me. So I'm going to go ahead and dry this, and I'm going to do the other pieces the same way. I need to make 7 of these pillow boxes, so I'm going to be coloring, actually cut 8 pieces just in case I mess up, because that's a possibility. So I have 16 pieces that I'm going to color this way, and then I'm going to cut them up so this die will fit perfectly on each piece twice, and that's what I need. So I'm going to get coloring these, dry them, and then I'll go ahead and cut my pillow boxes. All right, I have all 8 papers colored and ready for the die cut. So I'm going to go ahead and run each run through the paper with the die cut, and then I'm going to start stamping. So let me get that done and I'll be back with them all cut. They're all die cut, and so now they're ready for me to stamp. So I only need to stamp 8 of them because I'm not going to stamp on the back side of these. You totally could do that if you didn't wait until the last minute to do this and you had some time. So I'm just going to grab 8 of them, and I may pick some that don't have as much dark, but actually that might look cool too. So maybe I'll just do a mixture. So here's one. And I think I want to start with this tiny one. So I have a clean stamp block here, and I'm going to put the tiniest one here. And let's ink it up with some Lumberjack. And then the last thing I need to do is I'm going to dry this real quick, and then I'm going to use the brown to stamp something in the middle. And I think I'll probably do friendship as another word for love. Let's see if that fits. Yeah. So it does fit on there. So that's what I'm going to do since these are work colleagues. So let me dry this. I'm going to center this on here. Let's see if it stands out. It's readable. So I'll hold it up so you can see. That was the scorched timber. So I might be better off stamping with like an archival ink or something like that on it, but it's not bad. So now I am going to, I don't know if I'm going to mess this up or not. So I'm going to do this before I do anything, any of the others. And I'm going to go ahead and run this and the back of it through the texture fade and just see if my idea is going to work, because I have my Big Shot out and I have taken everything off except for the multi-platform. So I took off the Thinlits adapter and my extra plate, and I just have one plate and the multi-platform here, so the standard platform. All right, so what I'm going to do is the wider side I am going to ink, because that's got a lot of the parts that go down, and so I want the parts that go down to be colored. So I have my Frayed Burlap archival ink here, and I'm going to go over this and ink it. Okay. And then I have this one, which is the back. So I'm practicing on that. So I'm going to lay that on there. And I'm going to close this, and then I'm putting it on here, and I put it with the fold side this way because sometimes this opens up and makes it a little wider. I'm also putting it on an angle. I'm going to put my cutting plate on there. I'm holding it so that it doesn't open while I'm getting it set and running it through. And when you run it through the Big Shot, you apparently don't need to run it back and forth 3 times, but you know, I have gotten into the habit of at least doing it the twice when I go through here. And then, let's see. That looks awesome. All right, so this may cover up all my cool stamping and may not be the thing that I really should have done. But I'm just going to give it a shot anyway because I made an extra. So I'm just going to very lightly run this over. Kind of get it on all of the spots. And then, here we go. Put it in, push it down, hold it. Don't open it up. Keep pressure on it when you put it on. I let it out. Let's just look with once. All right. So that's what we have once. It's an interesting look. And if I fold these where they fold, that's kind of what we have. You really can't read the saying though. I kind of feel like I still want to do it though. You know what, the next one I'm going to try without the ink and we'll see what we think on that one. Okay, so here's one down, 6 more to go. They're all stamped, and as you can see, I switched it up a little bit. So I stamped the little hearts and the big hearts with the text on it in the lighter pink instead of the red so that they would stand out more. And then I did the border hearts in the red. So I did switch that up. This set that I stamped, the pink is Worn Lipstick and the red is Lumberjack Plaid. This set, and just to show you, it looks really different when you stamp it on the darker distress stain. So just showing you, these all 3 are Kitsch Flamingo pink, and then the red is Festive Berries, Oxides. And over here, this might be my favorite. So this is, the darker color is the Abandoned Coral, and the lighter pink is Saltwater Taffy. So it's got kind of that peachy pink instead of the more purpley pink over here. And this is kind of, I feel like a mix between the peach and the purple pink. The Worn Lipstick, it's kind of a mix of the two, I feel like. So anyway, there we go. I have those all stamped. And of course, all of the text was stamped in Scorched Timber Oxide. I wanted to keep it nice and dark. So I ended up not using the gathered twigs at all. And now I have my 7 back pieces here. And what I think I'm going to do is, instead of inking up the 3D folder with the frayed burlap, I think I'm just going to go ahead and run one through just plain. And it's time for assembly. So one thing that I did want to note is that if you are embossing these, that and you emboss them after you cut them, that you need to quickly just fold over these 3 sides, just so that once you emboss, it's easy to find where they fold again, because it's a little bit harder if you don't do it beforehand. So you can see that this looks completely flat and I wouldn't know where to fold it, but before I ran it through, I had actually folded it, and so it just made it so much easier now that I'm going to assemble. So, Okay, so I know where to put the tape. I'm going to fold these so that I kind of have an idea where that goes. And now I'm going to put some tape right along the line. And then with this one, some tape right along the line. Okay. I am going to fold this in. And then I'm going to lay this over so that I make sure I get it lined up. Now, I haven't done this, so let's give it a shot. Okay. And then fold this one in, take the tape off. Lay it right down over it. There you go. And then you'll fold this in, and then this over it, and this in, and this over it. We'll put some candies in it. Let's see how that looks. Have some Kit Kat, Dove Heart, Candy Kisses, another Dove Heart. I don't know, can I put another Kit Kat in there? Maybe. That might be pushing it, huh? Let's try it. Okay. Yeah, there we go. And there you go. You have a little candy box. How cute is that? You can tie. Here they are, all finished and ready for me to take to work tomorrow. So I'm really excited and thankful that this went together so quickly. Stamping, very fast. Embossing, very quick, especially without the ink. So again, you can see the difference between inking and not inking. And I ended up not inking, and I still really like it with just the texture. I think it adds, you know, what I wanted. And, you know, all these super fun stamps were perfect to make this very quick stamping. And it was fun to get my oxides out. I haven't used them like I should. I really need to use them a lot more. And they were really fun to use for this. So one last reminder that when you are making these, that you can actually, you know, add whatever you want to them. You can tie ribbons around them this way or this way. You could add things on top, like a little bow here or some bling. I just feel like, you know, these are, I just wanted something simple and quick since it was last minute. And I think that for being a last minute craft, that they came out great. And I'm looking forward to putting them in a really cute, I have a really cute floral bag that I'm going to put them in to take them to work tomorrow and to give out to my friends. So as always, thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you have any questions about anything that I did, go ahead and comment below on this video. I'll be glad to get back to you with an answer as soon as I can. And if you are looking to get any of these things for any future makes, I have links to everything that I used today to make these cute little Valentine's treats. And so my affiliate links are in the description for this video. And I think that's pretty much it. So one more time, I want to wish you a very happy Valentine's Day.